I'm just round and round. There we go. Hello, everyone. It's Bronnie here again for another day in Bronnie's World. And by the way, guys, yesterday I got the days mixed up because I was outside in the garden. So it's actually 1,007 days today here in Bronnie's World. And I have an absolutely extra special guest with me today. This gorgeous lady who I call my friend, very, very dear friend. I actually got to meet her in January in person in January 2020 in Sydney at a convention that we had, the very first Youngevity convention I ever went to down under or anywhere. And Annelise Brown, my gorgeous friend, flew all the way over from the United States to share heaps of stuff with us. And you know what? We've just had this instant connection. And you know, there are some people you just have an instant connection with, and there are other people that take forever to get to know. But not Annelise. She just, what's that word? You know what? She just has so much energy and just absorb. Oh, I can't get my tongue around that word. You know what I mean, don't you, Annelise? And I'm sure my viewers do too, because this dyslexic tongue, I can say it in my head. Anyway, observe. Anyway, that word.
Exudes?
That's it. Anyway, it just flows from her. And I don't know. There's just something about Annelise, and I just had to share it with you. Now, Annelise is the wife of Sean Brown, whom I interviewed about a week and a half ago now, leading up to my 1,000 days. And she was away with some of her friends in Miami, and we just couldn't get her to connect at the same time. That's okay. She was having a good time with our other friends who we've met. Another one's coming. Anyway, but Annelise, in our company, I'll get her to tell you a little bit of story. Wow. She does all the fun stuff in our company. So I'm going to get her to share that too. I wanted to just share a little of her story of how all this came about, how she came to this, stuff. I got so on. And why, and all that, you know, just a little bit about yourself so that our viewers can get to know who you are, Anna.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Bronwyn. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm excited to share. And I feel the same about you. I feel like you're like, it's funny you say I have a lot of energy. I feel like you've got like 10 times the amount of energy that I have. You're like a ball of joy and brightness, and like, it's just amazing what you do. And so just watching you bring that to the people in your life has been a joy, and it's been super fun to get to know you and just watch you evolve. So thank you for having me. I've been with Youngevity for over 7 years now, which has been a huge blessing. I started out with my company, Annelise, which was a jewelry company. It was an amazing journey. You know, it's kind of one of those things. It was an inspired idea. This was in 2010. I had this idea to create this versatile jewelry, and we just kept following those promptings and the feelings that that's what we were supposed to be doing. And one thing led to another. We did trade shows, and we were in stores, and, you know, we just kind of went along this path. And then we were introduced into direct sales, and that was amazing and a learning experience. And, before we knew it, we were selling Annelise jewelry all over the world, and having an impact on so many amazing women. And it really gave me the opportunity to travel and to, share our message of infinite worth, and just help build women up. And it's been, such an incredible experience. And then, a few years into that, we were introduced to Youngevity, and Youngevity ended up acquiring Annelise. And so we have been with Youngevity for the last 7 years, which has been amazing and a huge blessing in our life. Sean and I both work for Youngevity. It's funny, a lot of the acquisitions, the founders don't typically stay on, but we were blessed enough to be able to stay on and work with Steve and Michelle and the team at Youngevity on the corporate side of things. And it's just been incredible. I've done a lot of different things, working with the jewelry lines, working with Jamboree Nails, lots of the different product lines that we have here at Youngevity. And most recently over the last few years, I've stepped into the role of, doing recognition for Youngevity, which is the best. Like, people always ask me what I do, and I'm like the company cheerleader. That's what I do. I mean, really, like, I'm a professional cheerleader. I just cheer people on. I give prizes. I give shout outs and recognition, and I just get to pour out the love on everyone. And I can't think of a better job.
Every little girl wants to be a cheerleader, right?
Right? So anyway, I love it. So that's what I do. I work with promotions. I work on recognition. I still dabble in helping with some of the vertical Jamboree Nails and the Annelise jewelry and all of that. But my main gig currently is, mostly recognition and promotions. And so I just love that. And I love that I get to follow, yes, those Jamboree Nails, so fun. But I love that I get to follow all of the great stuff that's happening in the company and the good things that people are doing, and I get to recognize people for their efforts. And so, recognition is really important, and it's a powerful tool, I think, that we each of us in our lives can share with people as we recognize people for the good things that they're doing in their life, not just in the business world, but in
everyday life. But yeah, it's funny though, a lot of people think that our line of business or our industry has it has some not good stigmas at times, but it's got one thing, and Youngevity does it really well. You do it well. It does. It recognizes people from the little right up. It doesn't matter what level you're at. I mean, look at me. You guys all love me, and look, I have not been recognized or noticed or really been allowed to shine as much as what I have in this company, and that's through my life. I mean, I got a distinction in my nursing, and not even my family, apart from my parents, even wanted to recognize that I achieved it. I got high distinctions in my university degree that I did latter years. That was back in 2013. I graduated from that. And yes, my husband and my kids recognized it, but no one else really in my family did. So it was sort of kind of, I feel so at home with this company, and that's
great.
That they're giving me the love, the community, and not that I am I'm not generally a person who likes to be in the spotlight per se, but just to be recognized, just to be acknowledged, that it doesn't matter whether you take big steps or little steps. A step in the right direction is a step.
Yeah. And we love to celebrate that. And I agree with you. I think honestly, that is the very best thing about this industry, is the recognition piece. It's something that's pretty standard across the board and really important. And I feel like network marketing has really nailed the recognition piece of things, and just realized the importance of it, because it really is so important, because everybody wants to feel appreciated and everybody wants to feel needed. And and I think it's important we work together and celebrate each other's successes. So it's great.
And ask you, this is one of the reasons I wanted to highlight so many of the leaders who have encouraged me and helped me and just loved on me like crazy. and I just sort of feel quite blessed and humbled for that. And that's why this is my way of recognizing you guys for everything you do and that you have done for me. Every single one of the people that I've had on these little daily tips have done that. They've shown me that they care about me, they appreciate me, even my craziness. But anyway, we were just talking a little bit before, Annelise and I, and this is why I've got my Chrissy hat on. We, of course, like Annelise is the queen of recognition, as we said, and putting these things together, or part of the team that put little things together for Christmas, because Christmas is coming up, guys. It's what, less than 50 days away? Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Actually, yeah, because it's what's the
Yeah,
16th?
it's about 50 days away, right? Because
Yeah,
we've got
16th of November here
got
already.
2 weeks left of November. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I love Christmas and I'm kind of obsessed with it. And every year, I think I might decorate a little sooner every year. Now, one boundary I will not cross is I won't put my tree up before Halloween. I promise that. But but I do love it. I feel like it takes so much work to put it all up too. So you may as well, enjoy it a little longer. And there's just something about, yeah, like there's something about the twinkling of the lights and it just brings a warmth into our home that spirit of Christmas. And I don't know, I love it. I love it. So yeah, I'm a little early, but I'm not going to apologize for it.
No, don't ever apologize. I would have ours up myself. It takes up so much room. And guys, what you didn't see before we went and put the recording on, Annelise was walking from one room to another in her house, and she has a Christmas tree in every room. Probably not a bedroom, but and I thought, oh, this is so awesome. I would love to have the room to be able to put a Christmas tree.
Well, they're not huge trees. I mean, this one behind me is one of those little skinny tall trees, you know. And we have a little mini tree with all of our kids decoration. You know, your kids make all throughout elementary school, they make those little homemade decorations. So we have a tree for those. And then the tree that I get to decorate, that's my favorite. So
I actually, talking of Christmas trees, I remember when our eldest son was having his second Christmas, because he was born in November, so he's just turned 40, and so it was around his, it was after his first birthday, right? So this time, so that obviously second Christmas, and I was very pregnant with our second one, and my grandmother gave me some money, and because we had been through a house fire, we'd just been through a house fire,
no.
so we were living in a tiny little unit. So not much room for a tree. And so she gave me some money to get something for him. And I was heartbroken. Where the heck are we going to put a tree? Because, it wasn't very big space. And then I went to the shops and found this little Christmas tree in a pot. And it was exactly the same amount of money my grandmother had given me. So I bought that. She thought that was awesome. And that little tree traveled around with us for several years until it got too big for a pot. And so that was when he was just one. Then when we finally planted it in the place was when we were in the Blue Mountain. So he was bought, that was 1983 Christmas. So in 1986 Christmas, when just after our third son was born, we finally had to plant it. And we were living in the Blue Mountains, and as far as I'm aware, it's still in that place. We planted in the front yard. So that little Christmas tree went everywhere with us.
I love that. And the tree lives on. That's so cool.
It does. And but it was, and it was actually only $5 my grandmother gave me. But for a pensioner, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I'm one of 8 children. She has grandchildren to other ones, so other great grandchildren. So that's a lot of money when you're handing it out to a lot of great grandkids. So anyway, that was such.
I love that story.
She seemed to be blessed by it as well, because it was something that lived on. That's why I love living.
Yes, Christmas. I love that.
I do miss that tree, but I think, but it got to the point where we had to plant it. It was too tall for the pot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, that's wonderful.
You know, we should get our viewers to put in the comments below some of their Christmas traditions and all fun things like that they've done. Interesting little things they've done. Like there's a couple of years, as I was telling you before, we couldn't afford a Christmas tree. Or the places we were in were just too small. We couldn't have one. And that was so heartbreaking. We'd still decorate the house. Don't get me wrong, we didn't do that, but it was heartbreaking that circumstances we had, moving right on Christmas, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But we should get our viewers to do that. What are some fun traditional things you've done?
Yes,
Christmas?
I love that. I love to know people's traditions. I love to know what people do.
Because yeah, I do too. I do, because I think, oh, I might try that. That's a good tradition. I like your tradition, a Christmas tree,
Right?
in every room.
I
Not
know.
sure my husband will come at that.
I know.
And he
It's
just
not
told me,
every
you're
room,
probably
but
right.
I know. Last year, my son was like, Mom, I need one in my room too. So we had to get him a little teeny tree to put in his room. Because we don't have them in every bedroom, just like in the main rooms. So
No, that will let the this it's like TVs. I don't believe TVs should be in bedrooms.
right.
You go to your bedroom to get changed and just sleep.
Exactly.
Except anyway,
Yeah, we don't do
go
TV.
there to watch TV.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, but anyway.
I'm not a big TV watcher anyway, except for this time of year when the Hallmark movies come on. I have a problem with that, Little bit of an obsession. We're already watching a lot of Hallmark movies.
I must admit, we don't watch a lot of TV
Crazy.
these days either. But sometimes it's just on for noise even. But I'd rather watch music on myself.
Yes, I agree.
There are certain times of year like Christmas. This time, got to watch all those Christmas movies.
Yes.
Even if you've seen them like a dozen every year. But
yes, I know. And I've already seen them all. My son was like, we already watched this one. I was like, yeah, but that was last year. Like we have to watch them every year. All the movies.
Right,
If we do one a day starting November 1st, we can get them all in,
Well, exactly, because anyway, you just got to hope that they put them all up there.
Yes.
But it is one of my favorite times of year. But we don't have snow here. Although, talking of snow, would you believe it? When we lived in Victoria, which we lived in Melbourne for 10 years in the 90s. So when our kids were little, it actually snowed 2 Christmases we were there. Would you believe
really? Because it's like, isn't it like summertime there in Australia right now?
Absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely. And I had spent a Christmas in the UK before I was married. And so the first year it snowed, I thought, great. So we got all our winter stuff out and did all that. And we took a Christmas photo like we would have if we would say in the UK. I mean, it didn't, where we lived, it didn't stay very, hit the ground. It didn't stay very long, but it was snowing more out Ballarat and Bendigo way, sort of thing. But because of where we lived in Melbourne, which was around Werribee Hoppers Crossing, we were close enough to it that we sort of got the effects.
Huh, that's amazing.
Yes, I am. You can say hello to my audience. Come and say hello to Annelise. Come on.
Hello.
Yes, he should. Look.
Oh, go away.
Hi. He loves being on these videos. Look at him. He's so excited.
Look, he does. He loves coming in and popping in, doing it.
He's a good, supportive husband. I love that.
On my daily tips.
I'm going to.
Okay, you do that. You'll lecture.
The question of has it snowed in, and we've got another Antarctic blast due here this afternoon.
Who snowed in?
Hasn't
Oh, Tasmania snowed in. There you go. Speaking of snow.
Wow. We've had snow here too. My boys are actually going snowboarding tomorrow for the first time. We've got a lot of snow up in the mountains already. And it's cold.
You live in USA. We live in Australia. Our eldest son actually lives in Tasmania.
Mm.
So He'll be enjoying this, and he still gets around in shorts,
Oh, wow.
even when it snows.
I know my boys do the same. I'm like, it's cold outside. They don't seem to care. So I like have 5 layers on. I hate being cold.
Same. But that's the one thing I like about winter is you can always add more layers.
Yes,
In
that
summer,
is
there's
true.
only so much you can take off,
That is true.
and
That
your
is-
skin doesn't come off that easy.
No, it doesn't.
But anyway, hey, just how about, I don't know if you've got anything there or you can tell us any secrets, but can you let any cats out of the bag what deals we might have it coming up? Because we've got, what have we got coming up?
Well,
Black
we've got
Friday.
Black Friday. Well, right now they're doing the Taste of Youngevity promotion on our fan page, our Facebook fan page. And if you check that out, there's actually some great like double QV deals. And I love, they've put together recipes with our products, like different nutritional products, some of our Saver products and things like that. They've combined products to make really great recipes. I love that Youngevity does that. They always provide recipes, even with like our gift guide, our holiday gift guide. They've taken and made some recipes with the Saver products that we have in there. And so if you watch the fan page, you'll see all of those, and that's really fun. And then yes, next week, I know that there is a Black Friday surprise coming. So everyone needs to stay tuned and be watching. Make sure you're following us on that Youngevity Facebook fan page, because that's where they post all of that. So
Yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
anyone can go there. You don't have to
Yes.
be in our company to go there. But, you know, guys,
exactly.
if you want
Yes.
to order something, make sure you ask for my link.
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
put-
Rama will send out her link so you can.
Yes, I'll put my link in the comments below. I won't put it in the prelim because Facebook kind of don't like that for some reason.
Yeah, I know, it's funny like that.
Because
But there's so many good deals going on, like really so many great deals. So
especially if you live in the USA.
yes.
So for
But
the
all the
USA
Jamberry deals are for Australia. So, and we just put out a whole nother sheet of holiday wraps and gel strips and lacquer strips. And there's lots of beautiful designs for really, I mean, they're like at least half off. I think they're more than half off actually, if you look at the prices. So I forget off the top of my head what the Australia price is. But
yeah, well, I know normally the wraps are normally $22, and I can't remember what they are sale price. I haven't looked that hard yet.
I know I need
Because I
to.
love them, and I'm going, Bonnie,
I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna tell you right now if I can get my computer to cooperate. Nope, it's freezing. It doesn't like me.
that's because you're having a snowstorm. Hey, you
I
know, it's funny, when I was talking to Sean, you guys had a snowstorm. He was telling us about how your boys went out and did their run. They show their dedication to their
Yes.
sport.
They
And-
are crazy. I mean, it's inspiring, but it's a little bit crazy. Like they're amazing. Nothing stops them. They just go out there. Kids don't seem to be affected by the temperatures like old people do. I'm always cold. I'm like, no, I won't be running. I won't be running in the snow. Okay, I found it. Australia. So the retail price, is $11 for a wrap. So they're half off. So that's a fantastic deal.
That's cool.
And we
cool.
have 30
You can get twice as many.
different items to choose from. Yeah, great for stocking stuffers and holiday gift giving, all of that stuff. So make sure to check those out.
Because this is the time of year to do your nails, which I need to do mine.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I know I need to do mine too.
You got it.
I popped some on. I did different ones for a video I did earlier this morning, and then I took them off because they were all mismatched because I wanted to show the different kinds that we had. So I've got to redo them all matching.
Do you know, I've actually done that. And it actually, because when I was nursing, I couldn't do my nails.
Really?
Yes. Well, you got to remember, I was nursing him quite a lot of years ago.
Yeah.
And until I was paralyzed. But even now, nurses, some states are allowing it now, but
Mhm.
some are still very strict. It just
Yeah.
depends. You can't.
I
have-
do think there's a lot of restrictions there as to what you can have on your nails for that. So I know, because my sister's a PA and I know she can never do her nails.
But you know, that's what I love about our jam pops that we've got out.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
you can reuse them. You can, you know, okay, you've been, you know, a nurse, for example, because that's what I was. And, you know, you're at work and you want to just do something to pretty up your nails, especially this time of year when you've got all those Christmas parties and stuff.
Yes.
And you can put them on, decorate them, then, you know, you wear them for however many days you got off, and then you can take them off. Put them back
Yes.
in their little packet and reuse them.
Yes. And I love, you can even wear them for just a couple of hours for like a special occasion, especially if you use those the adhesive nail tabs. I did that on Halloween with my costume. I put on some ones that I longer than I typically wear, but like big, long, fun ones. And then I took them off a couple of hours later because I had something I was doing. And I was like, I love that they're that versatile. You know, they take 5 minutes to put on and then you can pop them off.
Yeah, well, that's why I like the jam pops, that it comes with the adhesive and the glue.
And the glue.
So,
Yeah.
you know, if you can wear them for a long time without any work issues, you've got that, you know, you've got that. Or you, like I said, with the tabs, take it off. And you know what? You can put the wraps on them as well.
Yes, you can. And you can paint them. I mean, it's amazing. I did all kinds of testing on those. I painted them. I would put like a clear wrap and do the gel polish over them. Like, they're so versatile. You really can do a ton of different things with them.
Well, I did that with I actually put our lacquer, not the lacquer strips. Yes, I've done lacquer strips over it too, but our lacquers. I had one right here on my desk. Of course not. Yes, and I had the one that I did. I did it for. I needed a particular color, but I wanted my nails to look nice and long. You know.
Yeah.
But well, this is not a good one. Needs shaking. Thing is, you got to shake them. But I put one of our lacquers over top of the jam pop to get the color that I needed for what I was actually doing that particular time. It's back during the elections, but anyway, I wanted a particular color. So
Right.
I thought, oh, I've got that color in a lacquer strip, but I don't want to just put it on my ordinary nails. I had actually had some jam pops on, and I didn't want to take them off.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Well, and the jam pops I feel like they make my hands look so much nicer because I've got little short, like stumpy fingers. And so when I put the jam pops on, I feel like glamorous, you know, like it just adds like, yeah.
So, and it's so you can see I've actually got dwarf type thumbs. The dwarf gene is in the thumb. It's a hereditary thing, so they tell me. It come down through my mum's father, and my mum was the first female to ever have it. It usually goes down through the male, and two of us girls,
she passed it on to you, huh?
Got it as well, but none of the boys. However, our second son, all his fingers are a little bit stubbier than the rest. Yeah, like the not bit. It's not real obvious. The thumb's real obvious because the only one, but you know, see how short it is.
Yeah, but even still, it looks normal to me.
But I've noticed when I've got nice long nails on it, and I grow them out, even ordinary nails, and I grow them out, and shape it thinner at the top. It actually doesn't. It makes my thumb look thinner.
Yeah.
I've only just cut them. I've had to cut them the other day because they were getting a bit long.
Yeah.
So that's why
I'm the same way.
Yeah. So you see, it was cool. So this is a trick I do, Annelise. I've bought two of each. Jam pop.
Two of each color.
Yes, and there's a reason. I have my set, that I don't do anything to. And then I have my set that I've got either lacquer strips or gel strips or lacquer on. And I
Yes,
have
that's
my
a
tree
great
shine on.
idea. That's a really good idea.
Because I'm thinking, well, you know, I love that lot. I'm gonna wear that again. So I put them aside.
Yeah, I love that. That's smart.
And then I've still got a nice. I know there's 2 lots in here, but you know, because
Yeah.
like I said, with my thumb the way it is, because it's so wide here,
Mhm.
I have to use the big one that you would normally use on a toe. for
And
my
that one
thumb.
works pretty good for you?
Yes.
Good.
And because it's sort of, I have to squash it down to get it to go out.
Yeah. But they're
But it
flexible.
means I have to use the biggest one in each of the sets that's in here.
Mhm.
So I don't fiddle with the thumb one so much. I leave it plain in every set usually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or unless I buy, like I said, a second set, then I can do it. Well, up here
Smart.
for thinking, down there for dancing.
I know, right? I love it.
Oh dear. And look, now you've gone and moved to in front of my
I know my
Christmas
computer
tree.
was dying. I had to go back to the other room because I was like, oh no, I only have 5% left. I didn't even realize that. Oh wait, it's still showing like it's dying. Why is it not? Come back. There it goes. Okay, now it's charging. It was down to 1%. It's still here.
Like I love
Oh,
that
yeah, you
tree
get to see
behind
my
you.
other tree. That's the golden red tree. And then my kids' tree is over there, the little kids' tree by the TV.
Oh, that's so cute.
I
Never
love
thought
it.
you'd do that, you know. That's
A lot of their little ornaments have like their pictures from when they were, you know, in preschool and kindergarten. They were just little. It's so cute. I love
yeah,
it.
they grow up too fast, don't they?
Yes, it's so sad. And then they leave home and
But
they
then
don't
you
call
get grandkids.
they don't call you very often, these boys, when they grow up.
No, they don't. Trust me. I have 3 sons. I
Yeah.
hear from my daughter-in-laws more than I hear from my sons.
Yeah, I'm just praying that they marry good girls that will help them stay connected with us. I mean, they're good boys and they love they love their family and they just get busy with their life and they're doing exactly what we want them to do. They need to spread their wings and be independent. And it's just, sadder for us because we're like, losing kids left and right. And
Yeah. Well,
luckily we've
I mean,
got a couple to go. We got a few more years before we have to be empty nesters, which I'm grateful for.
well, our daughter probably wins more than the boys, but then
Yeah.
I tried to ring her a couple of times in the last week, but she's a school teacher, so she's in the middle of doing reports.
Oh, she's busy. Yeah.
So I just said, okay, I thought you might have been finished now. Well, I just want to touch base, let you know I love you. Anyway,
Good mom.
but see now, Annelise, maybe you might do what we did. We were empty nesters, and then we took on foster kids, and we have foster
I
sons.
think that's amazing. I didn't realize that you did that. I didn't even know that. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, well, the young fellow that we've got with us now, he's been with us since he was 8, and he's just turned 19.
Oh my gosh.
And that my husband's just gone to get him from work. So,
What a blessing for him that he's been able to stay with your family for so long. I don't think that's very common for foster kids.
it's not. It isn't. He had been about, I'm pretty sure it's about 26 homes before he came to us in less than 4 years.
Wow.
And we just said enough.
No more of that. Oh my gosh.
It was very trying at the beginning, and I went, great.
Yeah, I can imagine. I know that's not.
I really wished I hadn't all my vitamins and minerals and stuff at the beginning of all that. I probably wouldn't be so sleep deprived.
I hear you, but good for you. I mean, seriously, that's such an amazing thing to do. Such a selfless and that's pretty inspiring. I love that.
Thank you. Well, I tell you, we had this funny conversation at the dinner table last night. Both my husband and I have a warped sense of humour. And when our young fella come, he had no idea about joking or anything. He had no idea. And he still to this day says, I'm not just serious or joking. But as soon as he picked it up, when we taught him how to have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
He sometimes said it at the wrong things at the wrong time, or, something happened when he was in year 6, I think it was. And the teacher that he had back then, right, she was a good friend of ours. And something was said in the classroom and he had such a good comeback. She said, I had to face the blackboard because I couldn't, it was such a good comeback, but inappropriate.
But he's like, it was worth it. It was worth it.
And so she said, I had to look at I had to turn around and face the blackboard and laugh to myself without the whole class knowing, because she couldn't let the class let on that was an okay thing to say. I mean, he didn't say anything nasty, like anything rude or anything, but it just sort of kind of wasn't
right.
Anyway, but at the kitchen table last night, there was something funny. I don't know, can't even remember how something was. He was getting his words mixed up, right? And anyway, and then my husband said something about you probably sick of us, or you whatever, or something anyway. And he says, I don't have any bad thing to say about either of you. I know he was talking about because when he's talking with his friends, video chatting with his friends, they always say hi, even if we haven't met them, because he has friends that places, even if we haven't physically met them. And we were trying to work out who kept saying hi to us that day, and he wouldn't tell us. Well, we said, it must be someone we know, because they said, oh no, all my friends say hi to you. Because and we said, why? How do they know us and stuff? Because I talk about you all the time, and that's how the conversation came up. And my husband said, telling all the bad things about us is, I don't have anything bad to say about it, you two. Oh, we just both sat back. Okay, we nearly fell off our chairs because it hasn't been an easy ride.
That is so sweet.
He just he defends us just as strongly, if not stronger, than our kids.
Well, you have completely changed his life. I mean, I feel like you taking him in has given him a home and a family and stability, and really truly changed the trajectory of his life. So I can imagine I would feel the same if I were him. A lot of gratitude there, especially when he's been in 20 plus homes. I can't even imagine the difference that would make in someone's life to be able to just
yeah, well, and that's a sad
right
thing
into a family,
because a lot of them never, where's home? They don't know where home is.
And you've given
the system says we've got to kick them out as soon as they turn 18, some of them earlier. But we said, no, this is his home. We didn't kick our kids out at 18. If they wanted to leave, then that's their choice. Well, actually, some of them left at 16, 17 because of their work, or to go further study. But
well,
anyway,
I think you're amazing.
he's a good kid. We give him a hard time, but he gives us just a hard time back too, in a fun way.
That's good. Keeps it interesting, keeps it fun.
It does. But anyway, so I'm just saying, we never, it's something that we're going to do when the kids were little, but because we moved so much from my husband's work, we just couldn't do that. It's hard enough in your own kids, let alone foster kids. They need stability.
For sure.
And and it was funny when we did take it on, our kids all said to us, we thought you would have done this sooner. And I think, you do realize that when you guys were little, we had actually taken all the steps, done all the training, and then we realized, hang on, we were in Victoria at the time, and we knew we'd be moving back to New South Wales, and you can't take them across the border. So we couldn't do that. You can't You can't give
Yeah.
a child hope like that and then take it away from them. You just can't.
Right. Well, it sounds like the timing worked out perfect for you.
So yeah, so we weren't empty nesters for very long. Just a warning there, Annelise.
I know it could happen. It's not a bad idea, you know. Sean and I talk about it all the time. What are we going to do with ourselves when our kids are gone? We sit here and stare at each other. That's not going to work. So we'll have to figure something out.
I mean, when they start having kids, so you've got grandkids to go and
I know.
you know, love on and
That I am excited for. I look forward to that. So
that's
I
the-
think
that's
we
the
have a
only
while. Yeah.
we can't spend as much time with our grandkids as we'd like because of distance
Yeah.
and having to work around him. So, but anyway, that you know, that's kind of what Christmas is all about. Hope, isn't it? And giving a gift,
Yes.
and what better gift than giving someone the gift of a stable home.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And just that love that everybody longs for, you know. So it's funny. I'm about to quote a Hallmark movie. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Last night we were watching one, and the girl in the movie is like a professional, like personal shopper, right? She specializes in finding the perfect gift for people. And at the end of the movie, she just gives this speech about how, you know, she's over the years and through her experience with this, she's realized that the perfect gift isn't something that you can buy. You know, it's not really a gift that you know, a tangible gift that you give, like the gifts we do at Christmas, but it's more about, you know, home and family and love and all of that. And, you know, that's the greatest gift that you can give. And that's really the perfect gift for everyone. It's the gift that we all seek, that belonging and that love. And so anyway, I thought
exactly
that was a really good speech. I'm like, that's so true, right?
It is. And you know, and that just reminded me, my husband, because of his work, actually works Christmas Day.
Oh,
No one else will do it. And that's fine. So we try and have Christmas beforehand with the kids, and you know, because we have to travel, because the only day of the year they all get off is Christmas Day. And because of the distance they all live, it's impossible for us to get together these days. So
yeah.
but anyway, our foster son has and he watches these, so he'd probably go crook at me, but he has a friend who has Tourette's really bad. So he doesn't have a lot of friends, and he seems to be a bit like me, picks up these misfit type friends. And his friend was going to be spending Christmas alone. Now we were going to offer for him to come out here, but he asked us, can I go and spend the day with him? And Christmas is a weekend. And we said, well, would you like to spend the weekend with him? Because Paul's going to be working anyway.
Yeah.
We're already going to have had our Christmas with our daughter a few days before, because of my husband working. And we ran into his friend yesterday and said, you know, that we didn't have an issue with it and anything. And, you know, why don't you just have the weekend together as opposed to just one day? And his friend was just so almost in tears. He just couldn't believe that someone would want to spend time with him.
That's amazing.
And it means that I'm kind of by myself while everyone's away, but that's okay. That's okay. I can watch all the Hallmark movies I want.
I know, right? And the sacrifices we make as mothers, that's just what we do. And that brings us almost as much joy as being together, right? Like being able to bless other people's lives. And I feel like
that's, you know, I could say, okay, you're all disappearing. I'll just disappear up to the Gold Coast and spend some time with those grandkids.
Yes.
All the sunshine goes with the other grandkids, and you know, but it'd be great. But you know, again, my husband needs to half work, so
I get that. Yeah.
And we do have a second car, not reliable enough, because he's got to go up the highway. an hour to drive. So
Yeah. Oh,
we
geez.
wouldn't take the other one up there. It's all right for these terrible roads around here, but
Mhm.
not particularly as he drives at night. So
Right.
you don't want to be breaking down in the middle of the road
No, that would not be good.
with all those trucks driving past. But anyway,
Yes.
that's okay. It means I get to watch on telly what I want to watch,
You get the
or
remote.
have the music as loud as I want and the ones I want to play.
Yes. And sometimes
a
that's nice.
Blessing in every silver lining.
Absolutely.
But
Well,
anyway,
I feel lucky that we got to do this during the holidays. Thank you for inviting me to be on your Zoom. I appreciate it.
well, you know, I actually feel very humbled and blessed that you agreed to come and do this, because it's been so much fun.
It has
And
been.
who doesn't want to talk about Christmas, right?
I know. Well, I know I do every day.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just think you're amazing, Bronwyn. Like really, like I said earlier, you really do. I'm going to use that word, exude joy and happiness, and you're just like the Energizer Bunny. It's unbelievable to me how you just keep going and working, and you're just out there walking the walk, which not everybody is willing to do. So thank you for your example, and thank you for the impact that you have in Youngevity, and just I'm sure for the impact that you have in everyone's life that you come in contact with outside of business as well. So you're amazing. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Annelise. That was gorgeous. Well, I know you're really busy, and I thank you for this amazing time that we've had together. But I guess I better let you go so you can get all those other surprises sorted out for us guys.
Yes.
Coming up for Black Friday. Oh, sounds
So
exciting.
fun.
So watch out for those guys. So anyway, as I say here in Bonnie's World, remember to stay safe, stay informed, be empowered, but do not live in fear. And when you've got your Christmases sorted out with Annelise and her little goodies, and have a friend as beautiful as she is, you guys will be powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and most definitely very brave. God bless you all. And we'll catch you again tomorrow here in Ronnie's World.
Thank
See ya.
you.